Hi everybody, and welcome to the weekly reset for this week. I am going to go ahead and start outside doing yard work because that is what we do during the summer. It is a lot of yard work every single week. And I also am not looking forward to this because it currently is 88 degrees, but it feels like 97 already. It is 9:46 in the morning on Sunday, and the high today is supposed to be 100. That does not include the heat index. So I'm going to try to get out there and get this done as quickly as possible. There is one small change for this week. We have the fence finally has been put up between the house and the garage, separating the driveway from the backyard. So that's one little change that has happened this week. But let's go ahead and get out there and get started, because if I wait much longer, it's going to be really, really hot. And I want to get done before noon, really. So I need to do this in 2 hours, and that is mowing, edging, and collecting all the debris, and try to get inside, rest, relax a little bit, and then start up with cleaning. Try to get done before the end of the day to get this video posted. So I hope everybody will join along with me today on some cleaning motivation, resetting your house for the week, and let's get started.
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you here with me. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love.
I know I complain about doing the yard work, but really and truly, when it is a heat index of 100 and whatever degrees, and you're out in the sunlight, and yes, there is wind blowing, but the wind is not cooling. It is more of a hot breeze blowing on you. Just think about being in an oven, basically, on the steam function, cleaning, whatever. That's basically what I have to deal with in the summer, and a lot of people in the South have to deal with this. But I do enjoy doing yard work. It's just when it's this horrible heat out there, and I have a lot of people at work and a lot of other people that are my friends that ask me, why do you continue to do your yard work? And really and truly, it's a form of exercise. I'm out there doing things as you see in these videos. I'm definitely getting my steps in, because my yard is not a small yard. It is also not a big yard, but it is large enough to do a push mower, and with doing the edger and the blowing, and I do get up on the roof and clean the roof off, and you saw last week with the tree trimming. I definitely am using muscles that I don't normally use on a daily basis sitting in front of a computer. So I do enjoy being out with nature. I do enjoy doing all of that. It's just the excessive heat, and yes, I do choose to live in Houston. I was born and raised here, so I should be used to it. But really and truly, it's hot, and I'm just thankful that I do have a yard that I can actually get out there and work in and do things. And I always love having a freshly mowed yard without all the clippings and everything picked up. It looks so nice when it's freshly mowed. And so I do complain, but it's just the heat. The rest of it is not bad. It's just the heat that's unbearable. But I make through. I just, lots of water breaks during this time of the year. Lots and lots and lots of water breaks. And I always am having to drink a lot of Gatorade and liquid IV to replenish all the electrolytes that I've lost, because I am sweating a lot while I am doing this yard work.
I never knew love could be so sweet. I never knew it would sting. I never knew love like this would leave me in pieces.
So some of the things that make it bearable to do the yard work at this time of year are the fact that my mimosa tree and my crepe myrtle plant bush tree, whatever you want to call it, they are blooming right now. So the mimosa tree is the pale pink flowered tree that is kind of in the middle of the frame, and then the crepe myrtle is the pink blooms that are off to the far right. It's just in like the corner of the far right. And these flowers just make me happy when I sit there and I look at them. I love crepe myrtles and I love mimosa trees. I have actually 3 mimosa trees, and one is actually trying to grow in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, but I actually ended up pulling it up because I don't need another mimosa tree right by my garage. So the seeds go everywhere, and you get little mimosa trees growing all over the place. So water break, and then we're moving on to the backyard. And by the time I was in the backyard, I was actually starting to lose a lot of energy, but it is what it is. It's because I was hot and sweaty and just tired from being in the sun.
Try to film this really quick before the battery dies. I think the battery's going to die here soon. I am done with mowing the yard. I did not edge the backyard because I just was at my limit. I wanted to be done. And the battery died. So I reached my limit outside mowing the yard, but you know, there wasn't much in the backyard that really needs to be edged, just that little bit around the garage where the fence had been. And you know what, I'll get that next time. And the blowing on the backyard, when I went to collect this stuff, I was like, I don't feel like collecting any of this. It's not a lot. So I just basically blew it into the backyard and off to the side yard a little bit. I watered some plants that need to be watered because I just transplanted them a few weeks ago. And they were looking a little parched. So I went ahead and put some water into those flower pots, and I went to the front and watered my gardenias because they were looking a little parched themselves. And I don't know when the last time it rained here, but it rained a while ago. But I don't know if you can see, I have dirt all over me, leaf clippings. The area right underneath the kitchen window where I was doing the brick patio, that kicked up a lot of dirt. I ate dirt, always fun. Actually, I breathed dirt in, so I am not looking forward to what sinus issues I'm gonna have. I think tonight I have my new humidifier, so I'm gonna, even though I've been hot and humid at night, I'm gonna put the humidifier on because that just helps with my sinuses after I do yard work. But I am gonna try to rinse some of this off, and before I get lunch, I'm gonna try to open up my new bike and get that set up, my new exercise bike, get that set up, and then I can take a break, and by then hopefully I might be a little bit more cooled down to where I could change into different clothes, eat lunch, and then get to cleaning right after that. So it is now 11:56, so I was able to do the yard pretty much all under 2 hours, so yay. When I actually do it regularly, it doesn't take that long. The maintenance, it's when I've gone a couple weeks and it takes me hours. So, but I started around 9:30, I finished around 11:30. It was just the final cleanup, watering some plants, that type of stuff. I took a lot of water breaks. In the winter time, when I don't have to take water breaks, fall and winter time when it's not that bad, I can get the yard front and back and everything done, mowed within an hour and a half. But because I have to take water breaks during the summertime, it takes a little bit longer. But I have had a full 32 ounces of Gatorade, so hopefully I have some energy here. I feel like I do now. But let's go ahead and go over and start working on the bike. And oh my gosh, my legs are horrible. And honestly, to the clothing designers, why do you make women's clothing see-through? Look at this. Even before I was wet, it was see-through. You know, some of us would just like to be covered modestly, you know, not completely covered, but, you know, we'd rather not be showing everybody what type of clothes we're wearing underneath our clothes. Just saying. Anyways, let's go work on the bike.
One step forward and another back. I would never try to fool ya. I'm one heartbeat away from going mad. Girl, when you look like that. Closer, closer, I'ma get closer to you. Yeah, got me, baby, got me hooked on you once again. Girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so complete. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on the bed and you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in and felt your breath, then I knew the girl I need you. You're smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Every moment is another chance. Loving you is all I wanted. I'm wide open for a love affair. Girl, when you're looking like that. Closer, closer, I'ma get closer to you. Yeah, got me, baby, got me hooked on you once again. Damn. Girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so complete. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on your bed and you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in and felt your breath, then I knew the girl I need you. You're smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I could never resist it. Smiling like that, I can never resist it. Ooh, smiling like that, I can never resist it. Girl, I need you. How many times do I wanna yell? 'Cause we could be so complete. Baby, I'll never want anyone new. I was on your bed and you undressed. Baby, when I pulled you in and felt your breath, then I knew the girl I need you. Smiling like that, I can never resist it. I need you, baby. I need you, baby. I was on your bed and you.
Okay, you didn't see me putting up the rest of the bike. I did put the batteries in, as you saw, and I tried it. I may have to lower the seat one more. That's easy enough to do. But right now it's okay, but it does feel a little like I need to put the seat down just one more, and hopefully I can start exercising.
Okay, it has been probably about an hour and a half or thereabouts since I finished putting the bike together, and we are on to cleaning. But first, I need to feed the cats their lunch, and then I'm going to make myself an iced coffee as well. So the coffee that I'm using is the Starbucks breakfast blend, I believe, and then I'm using the Chobani coffee creamer, and yeah, so I don't exactly know where I went. I went and put a food bowl. Oh, it's like, I don't know exactly where I went. But I went to do a food bowl for the cat, and then I came back with cleaning supplies. And now we're working on the coffee, and like I said, making an iced coffee. And my cats always like to play with ice cubes, so I will throw an ice cube at them, and then the Chobani coffee creamer, and I'm finished. I need to actually go to the store and buy another one because I don't have to add any more sugar to my coffee when I use this coffee creamer. So, and it's only 30 calories per tablespoon, I think is what it is. So it's really good. I do suggest it, and I am moving on to the rest of the cleaning.
There's some magic in your eyes, can't get enough. Feel your hands, the way you're touching me around my neck. Got chills down my back, you do it right. The way you're holding me, no, I don't want this moment to stop. stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out, making out. It's all about us. It's all about us. There's a magic in your eyes, can't get enough. I can't get enough. Oh, it's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about us. Time to go home. Don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me. Let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us.
So here you'll see me pull out one of the spray bottles here shortly that sits on the counter, and I'm pouring a little bit of the Dawn dish soap into the bottle and then filling it with water. I didn't feel like going and getting the Mrs. Meyer's concentrate that's in the laundry room, and so I was like, let me just go ahead and fill it up here because it needs to be replenished. So that's my DIY cleaner. I don't measure anything really. It's just I pour a little bit of Dawn dish soap into a bottle, a 16-ounce bottle, and then I fill the rest of it with water. And you can add in some, what are they called? Essential oils or things like that. But, you know, I was just keeping it simple, and it still had a little bit of the Mrs. Meyer's in the bottle. So it had this honeysuckle scent to it already. So we're going to, you know, just deal with it. And, you know, I was just trying to get things done. And I'm using my e-cloth mop, and the glass cleaner is the Method glass cleaner. And as you can see, I'm trying to use the last of this Dawn dish soap before I use the new one. So in my sink, I did the dish soap and a little bit of baking soda because, you know, the sink was dirty again and it needed a deep clean in it. Well, not a full deep clean, but it's a deeper clean than just a rinse and cleaning. So here I am spraying it down, making it look all shiny, and then cleaning my little tray with all my soaps. And moving on, we'll replace the towels because, you know, it's not a cleaning video without replacing some towels. And then we will bring in the carpets, as the rugs as well, and then move on into the dining room.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth.
So today, my cleaning soundtrack for what I was listening to while I was cleaning was the new BTS album. It's only the first and second CDs out of the three because it's what was available on Apple Music at the time. I'm still waiting for my UPS delivery to come in with the actual album. But, you know, at this point in time when I was dancing, right when I started speaking up this part, it was their Dynamite song, so I was dancing along with it. And yes, I am a BTS fan, for those of you that haven't realized that yet. So very excited. Comeback is right here. It was on the 10th, and it's now tomorrow will be their anniversary as well of 9 years of being a group together. So yes, useless information from a fan. But yes, so the entire time the album has a bunch of old songs, but it has a couple new songs, and I was just dancing along with all the songs, and it kept me going through the cleaning and everything. And here we have my shipping station, I guess you could say. I've been collecting a bunch of boxes and bags of stuff that I've purchased, and I am unloading a couple of the bags that had shoes. So now that I'm going back into the office a couple days every single week, I needed to go and get some more work shoes, and I needed some more dress shoes. So I actually bought a pair of black shoes that look like the tan ones. So they're kind of a leather-like material with the little bow. And here's the company, West Fashion Life. So I bought a pair of black pairs so I could test them out to see if I would like them. They are really inexpensive shoes. I think the most expensive pair were, $26 or something like that. But they're comfortable, and I can wear them to work. And I just needed to replace a bunch of my old shoes because, 2 years of not wearing them. They were already old when I quit wearing them, and now that I'm wearing them again, they're all starting to fall apart. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and buy some shoes and replace them. And so that's what I did. I tried out one size, bought one pair, tried out the size, and said, okay, let's just go ahead and buy all of the shoes. They had many different styles. I'll leave a link down below. Not sponsored. It's just something that I found that I like. And we are moving on to the rest of the cleaning. And I still have folded laundry sitting out that needed to be put away. Towels, It is what it is. There's stuff in my bedroom still that needs to be put away. We'll get there. It's one day, one step at a time, one day at a time. We'll get there. But we are going ahead and just kind of organizing, putting gosh, what room is this? The TV room together, and I lit a Bath and Body Works candle. I think it's A Beautiful Day, I think is the name of it. I did have to blow it out at some point because it got really strong. I think I didn't even have it lit for about an hour, and it got really strong. And I can't deal with strong candles because they make my head hurt. And trying to vacuum and dance at the same time doesn't quite work. So yes, that's what I was doing. And in this video, you will see all 4 of the cats. Fifi, I believe last week I said I was going to end up taking her to the vet. I did take her to the vet. So Fifi is the calico that is sitting in the window. I did take her to the vet. She didn't have a tooth problem exactly. She has gingivitis and she had an irritated throat, so kind of like a sore throat type thing. So the vet gave her some antibiotics, gave her some steroids, and then sent her home. I asked for a blood panel, and they have yet to call me back. So we went on Tuesday. It's now Sunday, and they haven't called me back. I tried calling on Thursday or Friday, to see if they could give me an update on the blood work, and no one called me back. So yeah, I guess I have to be on the phone with them tomorrow, and hopefully I can get someone. But we are moving on into the bathroom, and I am using the Works toilet bowl cleaner, and then I also will pull out a tub and tile cleaner. It is the Mrs. Meyer's tub and tile to spray the sink. And because I couldn't get some spots out with my regular all-purpose cleaner. And then I am using, I think it's the Clorox wipes to wipe off the toilet area as well. My vacuum cleaner is the Dyson V11. I love this thing. I do need to give it a deep clean because it's time. Between the litter and the amount of dirt that I'm picking up out of the carpet, it's time to do a deep clean of the vacuum cleaner again. It seems like I have to do it every single month now, but it is what it is. And we will then move into the hallway, the bathroom, the other bathroom, the office, somewhere. We're moving places, and we'll be back in my master bathroom. With Fifi in the window, I didn't want to disturb her with the vacuum cleaner. So with her still feeling kind of and so I just was like, okay, we'll move on to some of the other rooms and see what she does. And she did eventually move, and we did go into the master bedroom at the very end of this video.
Space, right
So the last thing that I have to do is throw all of this stuff into the laundry. I had a Dr. Pepper accident this weekend, and the tablecloth that usually goes on the coffee table in the front living room, TV room, whatever room, has Dr. Pepper stain on it. So I need to treat that, and then I'm just going to wash it with my sheets. Same thing, it's all the same stuff. I'm also washing towels along with it, just with the sheets, because why not? And then I will be making my bed after I have cleaned up and I'm not sweating, because I would prefer not touching clean sheets. I'm just, yuck. I am gonna go ahead and start the washer, and I'm gonna go hop in the shower because I want to do that before I start editing this video. So thank you everybody for joining me. I hope this video brought you some motivation to get things done around your house. I will be back next week with another Clean With Me weekly reset. So give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you are not subscribed and would like to see more of these types of videos. Thank you everybody, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.